Hello guys, welcome to the pre-match live discussion for Bangladesh versus India games. A very important match for India's run up towards AFC Asian Cup third round qualifiers. India need to win this, or we have to then go and defeat Afghanistan also on 15th. But this is a very important match because we don't want to draw this match or lose this match because then there will be huge pressure on India against Afghanistan. And I'm a bit surprised with the playing 11. uh, I think many people there is no right back in this squad. I think so. We will see Udanta Kuman and Bipin Singh as a wing back. I think Udanta on right and Bipin Singh on left. I think Igor Simak. I think might be he's listening to his critics that his team is very defensive. They're not keeping the ball. They're not scoring the goals. So I think which is very interesting here that he's went with 3-5-2 formation. So Brendan as a floating number 10, just behind of Sunil Chhetri and Manveer Singh. So I'm a bit surprised that India is not playing a right back or a left back in this case, because 3-5. So hello, people will be surprised because you need I think people who are expert on that position on a right wing back. So Danta Kuman has not played as a right wing back I think in his career, maybe sometime for Bengaluru FC, but I'm not sure. Bipin Singh, I'm sure he never played as a left wing back in his career. So maybe some saying Manveer Singh has played as a right wing back kind of role for ATK Mohun Bagan. So that might be the case. But considering that Manveer Singh played up front for India and he did well in last few games. It will be a bit surprised that I got Stimac in this crunch game that he tries Manveer Singh as a right wing back, and still even if Manveer Singh is tried as a right wing back, there is still no then Ashish Bose can play as a left back. So I will be a bit surprised on that if Manveer Singh, somebody who have, because we don't have many goal scorer in this playing 11, other than Sunil Chhetri, Manveer Singh, and I think Sandesh Jingan. I'm not sure any of these players have scored goals for India ever, and Udanta Singh, of course. So you don't have many goal scorers. So I think it's better to keep Manveer Singh up front. But it Bangladesh coach will be talking like us right now, that what is that formation, what is that playing 11, who is playing where. So that is the benefit of giving surprise to your opponent just before the kickoff. So this will be very interesting. So again, everybody is guessing right now that who will be right back. I think if India is going with back four, then maybe Manveer Singh as a right back. If India is going with back five, then I think Bipin on left wing back and Udanta Singh as a right wing back. And again, uh, no logic gaming says right surprise or a bad surprise. I think before the game, opponent team will be surprised. So is it bad or good? Only we can say after the game. But if you ask me, I will play uh, a player who have played on this position throughout their life. Maybe somebody like I'm not sure is this an injury issue. I have to check that who are on the bench or not. So I have to. I'm just checking right now. The India's team, some saying appears on not in the bench. So I was going through the playing 11 and I was also bit worried with that 11 because maybe we are doing the same mistake which we did in Kolkata, underestimating the Bangladesh team. I know we should be, I've been saying very regularly that we should be defeating Bangladesh, Afghanistan easily and regularly because we have done that in past. It's not something new we are asking from our team. So this is a bit surprising, and the AFC have just shared the full lineup. So I will also check who in the bench. Maybe there is an injury with Pritam Kotal because there is no Rahul Beki for this game. So I'm just checking. Pritam Kotal is on the bench. So considering that, I think he is fit to play. And then of course there is no Apuya on the bench. So maybe a late injury for him. I think till last night we did not have any news regarding his fitness status. I think he was fit to go, but maybe a late injury in a session before the game which took place yesterday. And considering if India went with back five, I think Ashik Quran would have been better bet from left because he had played that role for Bengaluru FC on regular basis. Also. Uh, so just checking by lineup, Manveer Singh is listed. Okay, it's from numeric. So I think it's again it's over to Igor Stimac that what he's considering with this lineup, what he's thinking about. So you guys let me know what do you think about this lineup before we move ahead. I think let me take some reaction from the from you guys regarding this lineup. While Adil Khan is not in the lineup, says Nilo, I think Adil Khan exclusion is more of his form. I think he's not in the good form throughout this season, which just got completed in ISL for FC Goa and AFC Champions League also. You think Bangladesh will sit back and defend all the time like they did against Qatar, or will they try to win this game as well? Says R. Sharma. So one thing I was talking to somebody yesterday, last night, very late last night, that SAF nations, Bangladesh, Nepal, Maldives, they are always are extra motivated against India. So even if you see Bangladesh performance in these qualifiers, I think their best performance might have come against India. Because Adil Khan clearance from the last line clearance from the goal, they could have gone 2-0 up before our goal. So I think Bangladesh will come want to win, because in any sports Bangladesh take India as a rival. In cricket also they are always very excited and very motivated to play against us. So this is, I think, the will be the same scenario for them, and they are we again. I'm a bit surprised that maybe a coach is underestimating Bangladesh, and I might be wrong after the game if India thrashed Bangladesh 4-0, and then this lineup proves to be a golden lineup. But you never know. Just before the a crunch game, India is going with makeshift kind of a defense. So this will be very interesting how India, uh, you know, uh, uh, India field this 11 in the pitch before the game, and I think it will be interesting to see that who is our right back or right wing back or left wing back. Don't you think we will be very open up in back when they will counter us, Udipta? That's my only concern is. And another thing is, when you have not played in those positions in your life, for example, Udanta Kuman, if he's never played as a right wing back and today is playing a right wing back, he will be not sure when to go up and when to drop deep, because when to defend or when to go up. So these kind of in these kind of situation, your experience help you. So if you are regular on that position, then you know that when to go up and when to come down. Same with the Bipin Singh. Presley Fernandez says 4-3-3, 3-4-3, sorry. Can be 3-4-3, maybe the Brendan as a number 10, and then you have Sunil Chetri and Manveer Singh playing either side of Brendan. I guess false number 9 will take place, or he will plan to fill the opponent's box with the number. Avinav Kumar Singh says that India might be playing with false number 9. 1-2 passes will be key to win, says Johan Jacob. I think passing, because that's what India have not done in last few games, to keep the ball, and with the keeping the ball, do more attacking position, instead of keeping the ball in their own half. Is it 3-5-2? I think, considering the lineup he have picked right now, I can think it. I think that it is 3-5-2. If you ask me, I think Brandon Fernandez is number 10, Sunil Chhetri from left side, Manveer Singh from right side, and you have Udanta Singh and Bipin Singh on the either as a right wing back and left wing back, which is a bit surprising. I think maybe Ashik Kuran will have been better bet from left, and maybe Pritam Kotal. I'm not sure because he don't have many option as a right back. You have to consider that Rahul Beke is out of this match because he got 2 yellow card in the last game. So he has just Pritam Kotal as a fit right back. Maybe Igor Stimac is thinking that let's go attacking in the first half. Let's score at least couple of goals. Then he can of course take off somebody like Udanta Singh and bring on Pritam Kotal for the second half. So this will be very interesting. हेमिल सेज राइट बैक कौन है, सुरेश या मनवीर? सुरेश तो नहीं होंगे फॉर श्योर. सुरेश इज अ बॉक्स टू बॉक्स मिडफील्डर. आई थिंक ही विल प्ले इन दैट. हेमिल सर, आई थिंक इट्स आइदर उदांता और मनवीर सिंह, एंड इफ इट इज मनवीर सिंह, आई थिंक maybe we will waste his potential there. Why Ashutosh Mehta is not being played as a left back with a good after a good ISL season? Nikolai Banerjee. Ashutosh Mehta is a right back, right wing back, or right back. You can say that. I think he was a part of the squad. I don't know. Maybe is it injury, or maybe Agostino did not like him during those two friendly games. So we don't know. That's coach need to answer. I can't answer. But he should have been part of this squad. Because considering India don't have any many left right back in this squad, only Rahul Bheke and Pritam Kotal, and both of them are not regularly playing for their clubs as a right back or right wing back. R. Sarma says, can you explain the process for qualification of Asia Cup if we finish third? Yeah, it's very simple. If we finish third in this group, we will go directly to the third round of AFC Asian Cup directly without any playoffs. And if we finish fourth, so on the fourth also, best fourth place, four teams will go directly to the third round, and remaining fourth place team and fifth place team will play 2 round playoff for the qualification of third round of for the AFC Asian Cup. So technically, only 3 or 4 teams will go out of these qualifiers. Even the playoff are of the two round. I think once all team will play together against each other, winners will go to the third round. Loser will play another round among themselves, and then I think 3 or 4 team will knock out, and remaining winners will go to the third round. So ideally, we can go to the AFC Asian Cup third round qualification. Even if we finish fifth, this is what Igor Stimac said. And on that statement, many reaction have come up on social media when Khel now released that pre-match conference article. Many fans taken that statement as a very critical. They are not happy with the way coach said it. I think his point of view that of course these games are important, but we can go to the AFC Asian Cup third round from fifth place also. But people are saying that's a negative statement for a coach of an Indian national football team who should be at least aiming for third in this group. Uh, why Sahel is not playing? Of course, I think he wants to have somebody like Glenn and Glenn and Suresh as our box-to-box midfielders because of their energy, because of the defensive work rate, and of course, you then it's between Brendan and Sahel. And considering Brendan numbers in last 1 or 2 seasons for his club and country, I think Brendan is obvious choice over Sahel. Sahel might be brought on from the bench, to change the game or maybe to keep the ball better in the second half. So let's see, like he did against Qatar in the later part of that game. So it will be interesting to see if he changes the formation in the second half if India doesn't score goal in the first half. So that will put pressure on this team if say we're playing this makeshift 3-5-2 formation. And why I'm saying makeshift, because you don't have players who played on those positions in their past. So don't have a regular right wing back, don't have a regular left wing back. So this is a makeshift formation. And if India don't score in the first half, I think India will be under pressure in the second half. And if somehow Bangladesh, like the first game, if they score first, I think our player will be under pressure. I think our player is injured for this game. He's not in part of the squad completely. So it will be interesting to see that where he will uh, where he will be if he is fit enough for the next game against Afghanistan, which will be also a very important game. I think formation, everybody is asking about formation. I think it's 3-5-2. Udanta Kumar as a right wing back, and Bipin Singh as a left wing back. It can be Manveer as a right back and Subhash Bose as a left back. So I think everybody is guessing right now. So let's see what Igor Stimac feels in the playing 11. Udanta is still low in confidence. Says hello people. But I will say with his experience, he's playing for India for last 4 5 years now. So I think with his experience, he should be there, and by playing only he can get his confidence and his form back. I think one goal in first half, job done. Sachin says Sachin A. Matthew. One goal lead is always very critical. So if he's just leading by one goal, and what if just like India scored late in the second half against Bangladesh, and then this is 1-1. That will make that Afghanistan game very 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 important for India. So I think India will not want that. So that's the issue. Tactical board नहीं आ सकता सर, मोबाइल से लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहा हूँ. So maybe next time whenever we're back in the office, we'll bring tactical videos more. 3-4-3, I think it will be not 3-4-3. We'll see Brandon playing as a number 10 or just behind the striker. So it is more of you can say it is more of 3-4-1-2 formation with Brandon playing as a number 10, Sunil Chhetri from left side, Manveer Singh hopefully from right side. And if is that's one scenario. If that is not the formation he is not going with, so we might see Manveer Singh as a right back, which can be very critical going into match like this, playing your number 9 as a right back. And Subhashis Bose is a left back, and then you have Sunil Chhetri, Udanta Singh on right, Sunil Chhetri as a center forward, and Bipin Singh as a left winger. So I think but this look, I think more uh, bad or out of shape to me than 3-5-2. I think so. It might be 3-4-1-2 formation. Brandon plays a number 10, and Sunil Chhetri and of course Manveer Singh up ahead. Sachin A. Matthew says 4-1-3-2. I think you will see Glenn and Suresh playing together, so it will be not 4-1. Uh, so if it is a back four, who you guys think will be the right back? Then Shubhashis Bose can play as a left back. If coach is going with back four, what do you guys think that who is playing as a right back? So let me know. I think we'll play as a back four. Shubhash is a left back. Sanna Sandesh as CB and Suresh as a right back. Says Udipta Kumar Kashyap. Uh, I have to I have to check how many times Suresh has played the right back. I think he did sometime for Bengaluru FC. I'm not sure. Bengaluru FC fans can let us know, because, but I think let's see how coach implement this lineup. I think it's very important for somebody like Sunil Chhetri to score goals. His form with India is not good in recent games. Somebody like, if Manveer is playing up ahead, he has to also need to score a goal. And again, once again, all the creativity load will be on the shoulder of Brendan Fernandes, and I think he has taken that load very well for FC Goa and India. If you consider that all the goals India score in these qualifiers, you know, are assisted by Brendan Fernandes. Same in the AFC Champions League, he did all the FC Goa goals assisted by him. So I think he will be taking that load, and that's the reason he was rested against Qatar, to be fresh for this match. So Anish Rane says right back will be Suresh. Uh, so I think many people are saying that right back will be Suresh. So that's interesting. If you finish fourth or fifth, do you think AFF will sack CMAC? Because I think we should finish third, because there have been no progress after our AFC Asian Cup, in my opinion, says R. Sarma. I think it's a very good point that should India sack Igor Stimac if India doesn't qualify for AFC Asian Cup directly for third round. I think that should be the point. Even if finish fourth and India is on the top fourth place, top four teams in fourth place ranking team, I think India will go directly to third round. If he goes directly to third round, I think he should be given a new contract. बट अगर वो नहीं फिनिश करते हैं, आई थिंक देन इट विल बी वेरी क्रिटिकल दैट हाउ एएफएफ हैंडल दैट सिचुएशन. Sahel gonna come as a sub. I think that's why he's keeping Sahel as a option on a bench, because you need player in the bench to change the game. So I think Sahel is one of those player. If India is chasing the game late in the second half, then Sahel can be brought in as an attacking option. So I think that's it. If Simak is playing back four, then why Suresh instead of Pritam Kotal, Amal Saji? That's my point. If you have somebody like Pritam Kotal is on the bench, so if he's on the bench, I think he's maybe he's not fully fit. That can be one scenario, and maybe he can only play 30-40 minutes, and that why we have seen this makeshift defense or playing 11. And if he's fit and he gone with the tactical setup, then if India, hopefully India win this match from 3-4 goals, and if we don't, I think then this decision, these questions will be asked to Igor Stimac by many people, that why he went with this lineup. So let me know your final reaction regarding the lineup before we move ahead, talking about the game overall. So what do you think, that this is a right lineup going into this game, or should India should have stick with typical right back, left back, and go ahead with 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 formation? So match will start at 7:30 p.m. It will be live on Star Sports, Hotstar, GeoTV, and I think multiple channel on Star Sports in multiple languages also. So I think that's we don't have any reason to miss the game. So very Pop-up Brain says, what do you think is JJ done for national team? I think Pop-up Brain, if you see last till the build up of AFC Asian Cup 2019, uh, JJ was the second highest goal scorer for India, just behind Chetri. So JJ had done his role, but of course the injuries he have in recent time is not help him. He did not play much for the club, so that's why he was not considered for these matches. So let's see if JJ can come back for the on form, or in the next season. I think he will be joining a new team very soon. That will be out. I think he is very close to sign that contract with the another ISL team. Against Qatar, Suresh has played well as a right back for more than 40 minutes. I think he can play there against Bangladesh, but this cannot be considered as a good lineup, says Udipta. I think that's why many people are considering, because when Mr. Beke got sent off against Qatar, so Suresh covered that right sided, before Udanta came in the second half, right sided wing for India. So I think that's why maybe many people thinking like that. I think Sana is the main CV, Bose Sandesh as a floating side back, says Shobhadeep Naskar. I think that might be very attacking going into this game if India is playing just three defenders, and even that you're saying that Sandesh and Bose will play as a floating side back. So that means India have Glenn Martins and Sana only to defend if we get any counter attack. Third is the ideal position for India in this group, Vaishnav Negi, and that's what I've been saying for very regularly now, that if India finish third, I think Igor Stimac should be given a new contract to complete his project. But if somehow we don't finish third, then it will be very critical at how AFF handle the situation, how Bangladesh are approaching this game. So I will just move towards Bangladesh lineup just now, uh, not check the lineup also. Uh, so Bangladesh looks like going with the back five. No, so they're going with the back four, and then they have. Uh, okay, it will be interesting. I'm just checking the lineup also. Uh, Jamal Buam is playing. You have Masuk Mahizoni also playing. So I think it is more of 4-2-3-1 for them. If I'm right, I'm just checking. Yeah, I don't know they are all the players very well, but I think it looks like you have Rakib Hussain as a only forward up ahead, according to the lineup, of course. And any team can field a different type of formation on the game, but according to lineup, it looks like they're playing with 4-2-3-1 with just one forward ahead. Abraham Matthews is all Indian forwards and wingers are goal scorer in ISL. Hope someone score goals. Abraham Matthew. I think yes. Manveer have scored goal in ISL. Same with Bipin Singh have scored goal in ISL final. So yeah, it will be interesting to see that who will take that. Because Sunil Chhetri forms has gone down. Even now Messi has catch up for the second play for the active goal scorer list. I think Sunil Chhetri and Messi have equal goal. So it will. I hope that Sunil Chhetri score couple of goals in upcoming match. So that he goes ahead of the Messi also. But I think Chhetri's form is also very important for India. Uh, Motin Me as a lone striker. Yeah, I just saw that they are playing a lone striker. Whereas Thapa in sub list, I think I have not checked Thapa's name in the sub list, so might be he's not ready for this game. So yeah, he just trained yesterday. I think not fully with the squad also. So I think attacking option जो आपके पास bench पे हैं, they are Changte, Liston Classo, Ishan Pandita, Yashir, you can say, and Ashik. You can also take as a attacking option. Defensive option आपका आकाश मिश्रा है, Adil Khan hai, and of course you have Pritam Kotal, and of course then you have two goalkeepers. So that's with the India's bench strength. I think, of course, someone like Rolvin Waj is still missing. Someone like Rahul Beke is suspended. Andrew Thapa just coming back from COVID, so I think he's not fully fit. Apuya is also not there in the bench. I think looks like an injury to him. So that's the sub list. Again, some people are saying talking about sub list. So I will just go through the India's bench again. You have Akash Mishra, Adil Khan on the bench alongside Sahel, Dheeraj as a goalkeeper, Purna Haldar, Changte, Leston Klasso, Ishan Pandita, Yasir Mohammad, Pritam Kotal, Ashik Kurayan, and Aminder Singh. So this is India's bench. The notable absentees are Anuj Thapa, Roland Borges. I think Thapa, because of his not match fit, Roland Borges is not still not fully fit to be part of the squad. And of course, Rahul Bheke is suspended for this game because he received two yellow card in the last game. Thapa, yeah, Thapa was COVID positive, HP, yes, but he came back in the training yesterday. So I think maybe not fully match fit because after COVID, I have seen personally it's not easy to get your strength and stamina back instantly. So it will take some time. Maybe he will ready for Afghanistan game. So defensive midfielder subs. I think you have Purna Hallar, maybe the one of the best destroyer as a defensive midfielder on the bench. So if India is leading in the first half, I think he might come on in the second half to shut the shop for India. Where can buy the membership for this channel? Anonymous 3368. We might going to launch a membership very soon. We are working on that, but because of COVID and everything, team is working from home. So I think you will have membership option very soon on our channel. And of course, you can use as a right now super chat as a option to support us. Somebody asked, so I'm just answering that. Is Apio on the bench? Apio is not on the bench. I think looks like he's injured. It will be 3-5-2. Back four does not make sense with this lineup. Yes, I think back four, considering only way back four might be tried that if you play Manveer Singh as a right back, but I think that will be suicidal so from India if do that. Um, somebody says no, Pranay, please. He will give away penalties, Udipta. But I think you have to consider Pranay Halda that he can break the play for the opponent team. If the opponent team is keeping the ball, attacking you, he can be good option. To bring on to break the play. I know that he can concede penalties. He might give you some cards away, but sometimes you have to bring player like him in the later part of the game if you're winning the game. 3-5-2 formation, we need to remember that Bangladesh is good in counter attack. Teddy, that's my only concern I've said in the build up to this video also. Uh, will Udanta Singh and Bipin Singh have that experience to consider when they have to go up and when they have to come back, to defend? Because as a right wing back, you don't have anybody to support. You are the one who have to do the wing attacks from the wings, and you are the one who have to defend on the wings. So it will be very interesting to see how both these young players, Udanta is not young anymore, but both these players do in that new role. Uh, Yashnit says Ashish India का गोलकीपर को खिलाया है गुरप्रीत या मिंदर. आई थिंक मैंने इस बिल्डअप में इन गेम्स के बोला था, प्रीव्यू में भी बोला था इंडिया वर्सेस कतार के गेम में, कि मैं अभी भी सोचता हूँ गुरप्रीत सिंह इंडियाज नंबर वन। अमरिंदर सिंह उनको बहुत ज्यादा फाइट दे रहे हैं, बट आप गुरप्रीत की फॉर्म आप देखोगे, वेन एवर ही प्लेड फॉर इंडिया इज फैंटेस्टिक, कंसीडरिंग कतार के अगेंस्ट बैक टू बैक जो उन्होंने परफॉर्मेंस दी है। एंड आपने देखा ही है कि कतार के प्लेयर्स उनको किस लेवल पे देखते हैं। आई थिंक for now, Gurpreet is India's number one. Let's see how things goes going ahead. Hope Udanta back to his fire form as a couple of years against Sachin Patani, and that's what I'm also trying to say. It's also very important. अगर Udanta को आप when you play him, then only will come back to the form. Without playing, he can't come back to form. Kumar Reddy said, I think India can play 3-5-2 while attacking. India can play 3-1-4-3 while defending. Okay, India can play attack while attacking 3-5-2. He's saying, and while defending, India can play 3-1-4-3. Somebody like Glenn Martin covering those three center back, Udanta Singh, and somebody like Bipin covering the wings, and you have Brendan Suresh in midfield, and up ahead well Sunil Chetri and Manveer Singh. How Bangladesh are approaching this game, and the Bangladesh approach will be very same like the first game, which the game in the Kolkata. They will try to hit India on the counter attack, score goals, be clinical in front of the goal, and that's their formation also shows they're just playing lone forward up ahead. So they want to go, dominate that midfield. So that's why it's very important for somebody like Brendan, Glenn, and Suresh to, to keep a hold of that midfield. So let's see. और एनालिटिक्स वाला एनालिसिस और टेक्टिकल वीडियोस वीडियो क्यों नहीं आता है? एनालिसिस टेक्टिकल वीडियो, जैसे अभी मैंने पिछले वीडियो में बोला था कि मुझे कोविड हो गया था, तो मैं घर आ गया था रिकवरी के लिए, एंड ऑफ कोर्स टू डू एनालिसिस एंड एवरीथिंग वी नीड थोड़े बहुत इक्विपमेंट चाहिए होते हैं जो ऑफिस में है. सो होपफुली once this lockdown will get easier, now चीजें चेंज हो रही हैं, all these videos will be regular on the channel very soon. आज स्कोर लाइन का क्या होगा, अपना प्रिडिक्शन बताइए. आई थिंक मैं होप कर रहा हूँ इंडिया विल स्कोर एटलीस्ट 2 गोल. मैं चाहता हूँ इंडिया एटलीस्ट 2 गोल मारे एंड वी कीप अ क्लीन शीट, बिकॉज दैट विल गिव confidence to our players, and also somebody like Gurupreet Singh Sandhu, Sandesh Jhingan deserve the clean sheet after the hard work जो उन्होंने किया है कतार के अगेंस्ट. so that's my prediction. आप अपनी prediction बता सकते हैं क्या होगी. अभी भी काफी टाइम है मैच स्टार्ट होने से पहले, भी हम कुछ और बातें कर सकते हैं. Will four foreigners rule will implemented next season ISL? How it can be beneficial for India? Akash Words. Yes, as of now, there is no official notification we have, but what we understand, clubs are told that they can only field four foreigners in playing 11, and then you can have two more foreigners in your team. Of course, Asian need to be part of six foreigners, but it is not compulsory to field Asian in the playing 11. So that's the thing, and I think it will help Indian players because that means additional Indian player and in the playing 11, and that will help in somebody like on, if you say Kerala Blaster, there are lots of good players on the bench. Same with ATK Mohun Bagan. Now you will have one more spot open up in the playing 11 for these Indian players, young Indian players, and then these young Indian players will be extra motivated because they know that there is one position where they can grab, considering comparing to last season. So let's see how this step go, but I think long term this will help Indian football for sure. बांग्लादेश इंडिया को बंगला वॉश देगा. बांग्लादेश 3 इंडिया 1 से टाइगर बांग्ला टाइगर. आई थिंक बांग्लादेश के कुछ फैंस हमारे लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग में है. वेलकम अगर कोई बांग्लादेश से देख रहा है. सो हमारे फेसबुक पेज में बहुत सारे बांग्लादेशी हैं. आई थिंक इट होपफुली मैच विल बी वेरी क्रिटिकल फॉर बोथ द टीम्स, बट इंडिया के लिए ज्यादा क्रिटिकल है. तो मैं सोचता हूं आई थिंक 3-1 बांग्लादेश की जगह हम 2-0 इंडिया या 3-0 इंडिया प्रिफर करेंगे. Bangladesh have two European players. India has none. You can't say they have two European players. It's Bangladesh origin players. So it's not they have been born in Bangladesh then went to Europe to play. If you talk about Europe, then you have somebody like Sunil Chhetri who has played in Europe. You have Gurpreet Singh Sandhu who have played in Europe. So it's not that India's player does not have experience to play in Europe. यशनीत से आशीष भाई खेलना पर इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम के बारे बाद में बात किया करो. 18 जून को WTC फाइनल खेल रहे हैं. यशनीत, हम क्रिकेट से दूर ही रहे हैं अभी तक. रीजन उसके पीछे यह है कि हमें लगता है क्रिकेट के लिए बहुत मीडिया है आपके पास बात करने के लिए. हम इंडिया के जो बाकी स्पोर्ट्स हैं, फुटबॉल, हॉकी, कबड्डी, बैडमिंटन, टेनिस, उनको हम थोड़ा सा प्लेटफॉर्म देना चाहते हैं. अगर हम भी क्रिकेट के पीछे चले जाएं तो रीजन ये रहेगा कि फिर सभी, मतलब क्रिकेट के बाद अगर बात करोगे तो आपका मेन फोकस पॉइंट क्रिकेट बन जाता है एज अ कंपनी, एज अ वेबसाइट ऑल्सो. सो अभी इंडिया को हम ऑफकोर्स हम क्रिकेट के लिए हम हमेशा अपनी विशेष देते रहते हैं, बट कंसीडरिंग हमारा फोकस इंडिया के राइजिंग स्पोर्ट्स में है, फुटबॉल, कबड्डी, टेनिस, बैडमिंटन, हॉकी, जो अभी ओलंपिक्स में इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करने वाला है, तो हमारा ध्यान वहीं पे ही है. Bipin now a regular started, love his games as funny times. I think that's also very good because Bipin form with Mumbai City FC last season was very good, and now I think we can see that he's part of this India team also. uh, Teddy Bear, आशीष भाई, कैन आई एबल टू सी कंपटीशन फॉरवर्ड प्लेयर्स लाइक आर गोलकीपर्स? आई थिंक मैंने पिछले पोस्ट मैच में बात बोली थी, जैसा इंडिया के पास डेप्थ गोलकीपिंग डिपार्टमेंट में है, आप देखो समझ लाइक अरिंदम सिंह इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ दिस India's goalkeeping squad. Vishal Keth is not part of there. TP Rehnesh is not part of the same. Subrato Paul is not there. So and Nawaz is not there. So how many goalkeepers we have? We don't have as many attacking players like goalkeepers. Hopefully we will have same depth in attack very soon. Thank you for 100 rupees super chat. आपने अब नाम तो डाला नहीं है, बट ठीक है, anonymous आपने 3638. So hopefully we'll have that amount of depth in forward department very soon, because we have good forwards coming through our ranks. If you remember, Thongbai Thongbai Singh to pre-match video before last game, he said, somebody like Rohit Dano is doing good, Liston Classo is doing good. So hopefully we'll have those forwards coming soon in the India's national team, like we have goalkeepers now. We can't even compete with Qatar, another big team in Asia. Then how India's dream of qualify to World Cup? Abraham Matthew. I think this is the also a very big issue which I personally think, and I have said many times. Majority of Indians says that we need to qualify to World Cup, World Cup, World Cup. I think many people, many experts have said that World Cup should be distant dream for India. We are always thinking about World Cup. We are not thinking about we need to be regular in Asia Cup first. I think we played Asia Cup in 2011, then we missed 2015, then we qualified for 2019. Before that, we played Asia Cup in 1984. So we have been not regular in Asia Cup. Let's play Asia Cup regularly and then climb those steps by step. Because we need to be best in Asia before we can consider us for the World Cup. You have to see somebody like, if you're talking about World Cup spots from Asia, Australia is there, South Korea is there, Japan is there. These three nations will be there for the World Cup from Asia. Then of course you have some like Iran, Iraq. Iran has been regularly in World Cup from Asia for very long now. So are we better than these teams? Then of course Qatar, UAE is also pushing for those World Cup spots. Something like Vietnam is doing very well in Asia. तो मेरा हमेशा एक कहना है कि इंडिया को पहले एशिया में ज्यादा बेटर करना चाहिए, देन हम वर्ल्ड कप के अगले 10 साल बाद सोच सकते हैं. अगर हम 23 एशिया कप खेलते हैं एंड देन हम 27 एशिया कप भी खेलते हैं, देन मे बी वी कैन कंसीडर समबडी लाइक 2034 वर्ल्ड कप एज आवर टारगेट एटलीस्ट टू गो टू द लेटर स्टेज ऑफ द क्वालिफायर्स. और वहां पे आपको एक और चीज ध्यान रखनी पड़ेगी कि इंडिया के पास, एशिया के पास एक्स्ट्रा स्पॉट्स होंगे. अगेन उस टाइम पे हम टॉप 7 एशियन टीम्स में आते हैं, देन इंडिया के पास चांस होगा वर्ल्ड कप में क्वालिफाई करने का. तो वर्ल्ड कप बोल के हम सपने तो देखते हैं, बट सपने पूरा करने के लिए हार्डवर्क करने के लिए रेडी नहीं है. तो हमें हार्डवर्क करने की जरूरत है, जो हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. वी नीड टू बेस्ट इन एशिया फर्स्ट, देन वी कैन थिंक अबाउट वर्ल्ड कप. Saudi Arabia also missed. So you have something like Japan, South Korea, Australia, Saudi Arabia, something like Iran, and then of course you have Iraq, Syria, Qatar, UAE, Vietnam. So these are 10 countries. I think we need to part of this group instead of part of the secondary group like Thailand, India. So we need to be part of these top 10 teams before thinking about World Cup. We need to be best in Asia, at least be top 7 team in Asia. Then we can consider World Cup qualification a realistic dream for us. What is the prediction and who will score? My prediction is 2-1 India. George Justin. My prediction is 2-0. I think we can keep clean sheet considering Gurpreet form, Sandesh form, but I think George Justin has a point because we're playing a makeshift defense. We might concede goal. Hopefully, we score 2 goals. I think Manveer Singh, we might see Manveer Singh scoring a goal, or maybe a Sunil Chhetri with the second goal. Smaller countries with smaller population has better chance to qualify for World Cup. Abraham Matthew. I think population scenario again does not work in the way people take this, because you have to see China has that population, but they have bigger budget than us. Their clubs buy bigger players than us. They don't qualify for World Cup. So it's not about population. You have to also consider when you have a population like India, you have to manage that population in different fields. So you have to give them resources to play cricket, hockey, football. So बड़ी पॉपुलेशन के एडवांटेज भी हैं बट डिसएडवांटेज भी हैं. तो मैं यही बोलूंगा कि हमें ग्रास रूट में अभी बहुत काम करना है बिफोर वी कैन कंसीडर अ वर्ल्ड कप अ रियलिस्टिक ड्रीम. शुक्ला सेज बट 2026 वर्ल्ड कप विल हैव 48 टीम्स गिविंग एशियाज 8 9 team quota. I think it will be not 8 19, it might be 7.5, 7 team and zero point 0.5 playoff. So let's see how much FIFA gives. But still, if you ask me, we are still very far away from those 8 9 team from Asia. I can give you 10 teams on my fingertip who is currently better than India in national team, and if you see the result, and they are investing more money than India in grassroots and youth teams. Let's talk about Japan, South Korea, Australia. Australia comes in Asia, then Saudi Arabia, then there is Iran. Who is always qualifying for World Cup on regular basis. Then of course you have Qatar. Then you have UAE who are thrashed us in the last game. Then you have Vietnam. You know, and also then you have um, uh, Saudi, Qatar, UAE. So you have at least 10, 7, 10, 8 to 10 teams who are doing better than India at the national level. We need to, and also one other thing, I was talking to, some of the Indian players. They also feel that India need to play regularly. We play once in a while. They also feel that every international window, India need to play at least 2 games so that they have match practice under their belt. So I think that's also another factor. We don't play enough matches. Our youth teams are um, doesn't exist. We don't have under 23 team, like other nations have. We don't have under 19 team playing regularly. Our youth teams get active according to the calendar. Our youth team are not active throughout the season, so that's also big. I think big concern as a fan for me. We need our youth teams to play regularly, and that is not happening. Maybe we can say COVID in recent time, but before the COVID also they were not playing that regular the way I want them to play. Uzbekistan is also another team. So Divanshu. So these are the teams. You have at least 10 nations who has better national team than India. So even 2026, I think even it's there 8 teams from Asia. We might go to the next round in the World Cup qualifiers, but still it's a distant dream. I think we need to think about going into 2023 Asia Cup, 2027 Asia Cup, and then try to move into the knockout stage in the Asia Cup. If we do that, I think then we have a realistic chance in 2034 World Cup. What's the practical expectation for Manveer in near future? Is he have that quality to make us proud? Akash, what's I think Manveer might be not that natural goal scorer, which is of course Sunil Chhetri, Baichung Bhutia was, but Manveer will be that number 9 which Indian football did not have for many years. Robin Singh gave that number 9, played that number 9 role for couple of years. Then also Robin Singh get injured, and then his form also have dipped in last couple of years. So Manveer can give you that flexibility to play modern formation, modern playing style, because you need number 9 like Manveer to play, modern football. So I think he might not score as many goals as Chetri and Bhutia score for India, but I think he will play very important role for India, because now, unlike 4 5 years ago, now your right winger, left wingers also score tons of goals in world football. So you need your right wingers and left winger to score more goals, as compared to the previous years. And then of course Manveer Singh also can chip with some goals. India bidded for 2026 World Cup. No, India has not bid for 2026 World Cup as of now, because we know that 2026 World Cup will take place in North America. आशीष भाई, इंडियन प्लेयर्स ड्रिबल और पासिंग क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं जैसे आईएसएल में आसानी से कर लेते हैं? आनंद रतूरी। आनंद भाई, दो रीजन है इसके पीछे। आई थिंक पहला रीजन मैं बोलूंगा कि कॉन्फिडेंस की कमी एंड प्रेशर बहुत होता है। आप जब नेशनल टीम के लिए खेलते हो ना, आपको जब नेशनल टीम का एम्बलम या नेशनल टीम का लोगो आपके यहाँ पे होता है चेस्ट पे, तो आपके पास प्रेशर बहुत होता है। एंड उस प्रेशर में आप शो ऑफ या स्किल्स दिखाना इतना आसान नहीं होता है। सहल ने पिछले मैच में दिखाया था। वी हैव सीन समबडी लाइक उदांता हैज डन इन पास्ट, आशिक हैज डन इन पास्ट, यू नो सुनील छेत्री हैज डन इन पास। थोड़ी बहुत स्किल्स मनवीर सिंह ने दिखाई थी, ड्रिबलिंग नहीं स्किल्स दिखाई थी उन्होंने। तो प्रेशर बहुत होता है इंटरनेशनल स्टेज पे। क्लब लेवल में प्रेशर होता है पर उतना नहीं। तो आई थिंक पहला वो है। सेकंड चीज, जैसे कोच सिंगटो ने लास्ट में बोला था, if you are player like Sahel, then your team needs to win, then you can show those skills, your dribbling abilities. So if India start getting results, we will see Indian player getting more confident to show those dribbling and passing abilities also. And chances of increase of matches next ISL, as of now, I don't have any updates, but because of COVID, we are not sure that how the next season will take place. So let's see. I think we need to wait at least couple of weeks before getting any news regarding ISL of the next season. What do you think of Jamshedpur FC work on grassroots, and which club is doing this best? I think Jamshedpur FC with Tata Football Academy, the grassroots program in Jamshedpur has been doing well. If you're talking about ISL, I think FC Goa has been doing well throughout these year. because of the Goa's also structure in youth football is also very good. Their state structure, you will have leagues for under 19, under 20, under 18, under 20, under 16, under 14. They have leagues for these age groups, and then FC Goa's development team plays in the Goa Pro League, which is also very good domestic league in India. Other than that, Bengaluru FC are also doing well at the grassroots football. And if you ask me, I have not seen as serious effort from other franchisees compared to these three teams. ATK Mohun Bagan, with Mohun Bagan coming in, then they might do more now. Chennai FC has been doing bits and pieces. Hyderabad FC's new club, they also trying their best to restart football in Hyderabad. So if you talk about last 5 6 years, I think these three teams have been doing very well in ISL. And then of course you have something like Minerva Punjab always doing well. Something like Shillong Lajong has been providing players in this ISL I League, and now more and more I League clubs also coming up. So I think you have to see these are the best teams in grassroots development in ISL. Then of course we want something like Kerala Blaster to do more, because Kerala has so much potential as a state, footballing state, but their Kerala Blaster effort in the grassroots level is not the same as their senior team, as compared to FC Goa, Bengaluru FC, and Jamshedpur FC. So they also need to come up with their grassroots program, because I think they can find more football in Kerala, because Kerala is football crazy state we have. So Northeast United, they don't have any proper grassroots football program. So these ISL team, I think they also need to consider that if they can implement grassroots program now, 10 year down the line, it might save them crores of rupees, because they don't need to spend money to get Indian players, because they can get the good Indian players from the academy system. यशनीत सेज आगे और सीमैक इंडिया के बाद इंडिया का कोच कौन होगा? इंडिया को ऐसा कोच चाहिए जो इंडिया को फीफा वर्ल्ड कप 2026 में क्वालिफाई करवा दे. आई थिंक कोच के साथ साथ ओवरऑल प्लेयर्स भी चाहिए क्वालिफाई करने के लिए. सो लेट्स सी कि कोच कौन हो सकता है. आई थिंक मे बी वी नीड अ कोच who understand Indian football, not a fresh somebody like Igor Stimac, because we've seen Stephen doing well because he have an understanding of Indian football. Somebody like Albert Roca can be a good bet, but will he leave FC Barcelona to come and work for Indian football team? That's highly unlikely. So I think we need somebody like coach like these, who have worked in Indian football, who have knowledge of Indian football. That will help Indian football, instead of getting a fresh face like Igor Stimac. Will Brendan able to make any impact? I think he has. If India need to win this, Brendan has to make impact, because he's that creative player in that squad alongside Sunil Chetri. I think he need to create at least 3 4 chances for India's forward if India need to win this game. Does FIFA help AFF by giving them some financial aid or something? Because I think FIFA will also want India to do well, because we have such a big population. R Sharma, very interesting question. FIFA do give a financial aid to India on regular basis. FIFA also do have built various pitches stadium in India. For example, Cooperage Stadium in Mumbai, that pitch work was done by FIFA. Dular Stadium in Goa, if I remember, was part of Goal's FIFA project. There is another artificial pitch in Aizawl which was done by FIFA's Goals project. So they have been trying to help India. And of course, we have Indian government providing money. Then of course, you have FSDL deal with the AFF. So it's not all about the money. It's about our priorities. What are priorities? I think AFF should be doing more at the youth for youth teams. जेजे क्यों नहीं खेलता? बीजेजे पिछले 1 साल 2 साल से इंजर्ड हैं, तो इसलिए वो नहीं खेल रहे हैं क्लब लेवल पे. दैट्स वाई वो इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे भी नहीं खेल रहे हैं. Why not adopt the system which help Qatar to develop their team from ground level? What are the reasons? टेडी बेयर. सो मैंने पिछले वीडियो में भी बात की थी पोस्ट मैच हमारे साथ कतार से एक हमारे फ्रेंड एंड कलीग थे सुदेश, कि इंडिया को अगर सिस्टम डेवलप करना है पोजीशन स्टाइल, तो वो आपको यूथ लेवल पे करना पड़ेगा, ना कि सीनियर लेवल पे. And that's my point is, our youth teams only get activated when there is a calendar demand, because when there is AFC qualifiers, then only our youth teams started doing something. Before that, I don't think our youth teams are activated. Who is our coach of under 23 team? I don't know. Do we have under 23 team? We don't have. When was the last time the under 23 team played? I think 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So that's the big question. Why our youth teams are not active as compared to other team. You have to see how Vietnam is playing. Japan under 23 team is playing friendlies on regular basis, and of course our youth teams are nowhere to be seen. George Justin, can Sergio Oliveira be India coach? Why India is not sacking Agor Stimac? I think Agor Stimac should be given chance till the end of these qualifiers. I've said it again and again. I think, and after these qualifiers, that should be, if India do well, go to the third round, he should continue. If he don't, India should sack him. आप लोग लाइव टेलीकास्ट करोगे? लाइव टेलीकास्ट आपको स्टार स्पोर्ट्स, हॉटस्टार, जियो टीवी पे देखने को मिलेगा. ड्यू टू कॉपीराइट वी कांट शो द मैचेस. वेन एवर वी हैड वी कैन, बट इस बार नहीं. Can Sergio Oliveira be Indian coach? Why says George Justin का क्वेश्चन के दो पार्ट थे. I think Sergio Oliveira has done well at the club level, but you have to also consider he need 3-4 foreigners to do well at Mumbai City FC. He got 3 foreigners from FC Goa, so I think will he able to do same with 11 Indian players? I am bit not sure about that. So let's see if maybe he can be a good coach, but will he leave Mumbai City FC because they are already rumored City Group wants to keep him for a longer term now. At what position Suresh will start? If you ask me, it's looked like 3-4-3-5-2, 3-4-1-2, or 3-5-2 me. Suresh and Glenn Martin as a box-to-box midfielder. I don't see Suresh playing as a right wing back. If he plays, I don't know how he will able to adapt to that position. Uh, Saurav Ghosh says, why India not allowed to play Indian origin players for India? Because our government has a rule that Indian passport can only be taken when you submit uh, you know other passports. So you can have only Indian passport if you are Indian citizen. You can't have two passports like other countries have. Fixture of Indian football team after World Cup qualifier, any tournament like Kings Cup, Continental Cup. I don't think Intercontinental Cup India will be able to host the kind of COVID cases we have. Let's see if what is the AFC calendar for the playoff. If India goes to the playoff, if India don't, I think they will try to give Igor Stimac a good camp before the FIFA window in August and October. So they will give him chances, to play more and more friendly. As of now, there is no confirmation. Everything depends on these games. How ISL clubs survive in such bad condition with no media rights? Says Vikram. Vikram. I think media rights ISL club do get money of the TV broadcast from the central pool system. Whatever money FSDL gets from the star, it's put in the center pool, then given to the ISL clubs. As of now, I can't share more details regarding that. But again, that's the scenario. 2024, might have broadcasting right bidding system again, because that will be 10 years from the first season. So let's see how this goes. Just give me 1 second. Do you think Glenn can attract interest from Middle East if he holds on the Champions League form? Maybe not, but I think Glenn has not played as regularly as playing now, so I think he should be focusing on FC Goa for this season. Maybe next season, let's see. SAF is on September. As of now, there is no confirmation regarding the SAF. So let's see कि क्या होता है, क्या कंफर्मेशन मिलता है. कंप्यूटर में कैसे खेला देखा जाएगा? सेज सुद्रिया, आप हॉटस्टार पे देख सकते हैं. अगर आपको कंप्यूटर पे देखना है hotstar.com पे. मे बी हैदराबाद कोच इज गुड फॉर इंडिया कोच, सेज श्रीचंद. Molino can be a good shout for India's team coach, but let's see how Igor Stimac do from here. If he gets sacked, then see who are the coaches submits their CV for India job. What do you think about Kerala Blaster new coach Ivan? Says George Justin. I will be very honest. I have been very critical. I have been hearing about him from last 10 days. We have been working on to bring that news, and he doesn't have a good experience as a head coach. I don't know, because we've said same thing for as a Gerard Ness, but Gerard Ness was working in a different capacities at different football club, which is not the same case of the Kerala Blaster new coach. So let's see what kind of signing, what kind of players they sign, and what kind of team, what kind of style he plays. Because I have not done much research on his playing style as of now because there is not much data available. But of course, once we move closer to the ISL, we will have more and more stuff coming to our channel about the same. FIFA 14 मैनेजर मोड का पीओवी बताइए. यार फीफा 14 तो खेले हुए बहुत टाइम हो गया भाई, याद नहीं है क्या था क्या नहीं है. What about AFF election? There was a rumor that FIFA could ban AFF because of the election situation. I think AFF asked for the extension from FIFA, IOA, and AFC regarding the election, which was about to take place in 2020. I think it will happen this year, maybe end of this year. It will happen because president of AFF and general secretary selection also need to be done. So let's see when these elections happens. Why Apu is not playing? It looks like Apu is injured to me. If anyone wants to watch online, okay, so you can see live streaming links given by, if somebody is looking for links. Shushmit Chakravarti says, who will win, India or Bangladesh? I want India to win, so let's see. Some SAF championship news as of now, the SAF championship has been getting postponed from last year to this year. Let's see. Again, everything depends on COVID, which country can host it. You might see somebody like cases are still increasing in India. Other than India, Bangladesh, maybe Bhutan, but Bhutan doesn't have infrastructure to host all the games alone. So let's see how they do SAF championship this year, if they were able to do it or not. SAF sides have become stronger than with many sites allowing foreign-based player. Yes, Sri Lanka has done that. They have allowed their foreign-based origin Sri Lankan player to be part of national team. Same player scored 2 goals in last game. I think against Jordan, if I remember correctly, which they lost 3-2. He could have scored hat trick also when he hit that shot on the bar also. So that's the thing. What about Bodge is our best box-to-box midfielder. He is, but attacking wise, if you're looking for more attacking input, I will put Thapa in the same category. He is box-to-box midfielder, but he has bigger attacking input as compared to Roland Borges. Yeah, sorry, it was not Bahrain. It was Lebanon against Sri Lanka. They won 3-2, and Sri Lanka was doing good. So it will be not easy. And again, we should not be underestimating Bangladesh. I've said it before first game in Kolkata. I'm saying again, the kind of lineup Indian team has gone up in this match. It looks like that India is going all attacking against Bangladesh, and I think I'm looking forward to the match. Hopefully, India score goals and maybe more than 2 goals. Do you think Indian players will be nervous? I think they know that they need to win this game and they are favorite to win this game. That's what coach said in the pre-match conference. Going into this match, they are favorite. They will try to keep the ball and show more composure on the ball. So let's see. I think they pressure will be always and will be there on the player when you're playing for India, and they will be nervous because this is important match for India. Yeah, Wikipedia, of course, there were Bangladesh were about to host this before Pakistan was supposed to host in 2020. Then Bangladesh was given the rights, but will it take place in September or not? I am still not sure. I have no news regarding the same. It is supposed to happen in September for sure, but let's see. Does today's midfield is five-man midfield? You can't say it's a five-man midfield because two are the wing back. So it is two box-to-box midfielder with one playmaker, Brendan Fernandes. So you can say three-man midfield. Can Gokulam Kerala come to ISL? I think the long-term plan, they will be in ISL in next 5 years. I'm not sure it will be this next year or it will be in after 3 4 years, but they will be in ISL in next 5 years. Is there any use of Indian Super League? Of course, there is a use of Indian Super League. All of these players, Indian players, are playing in Indian Super League. How to stop Jamal, Bangladesh captain Jamal? I think he's good player, and somebody like Glenn Martins and Brendan will do the role if um, uh, Jamal is coming outside India's box attacking. Then maybe Glenn Martins can take care of it. If he's dropping deep, maybe Brendan Fernandes can press him. You know. Uh, so that's the thing. Do Bangladesh have any abroad born players other than Jamal? I think they have one more abroad born player. I'm not sure with the name, but I think they have one more player. I have to just check their lineup again. Uh, so I think they have two players who are born outside Bangladesh. So that for sure. Is FIFA going to increase number of slots for Asian team? There are talks when the World Cup get expanded to 48 teams that FIFA, Asia will get additional spots other than 4.5 spots. I think it will be 7.5. As of now, there is no confirmation regarding the same. Tariq Kazi is the player. Yeah, Tariq Kazi is the player who played outside, who's born outside Bangladesh and now is playing for Bangladesh. कोटल नहीं है या अंकित भाई surprised with the lineup because can we watch on Geo TV? I think we should be able to watch on Geo TV Abhishek Rawat. Looking forward to see Sahel and Lister in the 60th or minute. Yes, I think we will see them if India is chasing the game. Is Ishan Pandita is like replacement for Chetri or we are overhyping him? I think the kind of physique Ishan has, I think he's more of replacement for Robin Singh. Chetri was natural goal scorer. We have not seen, and Chetri can play football, can play, can part of the build up. build up of the play. He can hold the ball. He can make those passes. I have not seen Ishan Pandita doing so. We are just 13 minutes away from the kickoff. Match will start at 7:30 p.m. live on Star Sports, multiple channels, Hotstar, and of course Geo TV. Today, Nepal versus Jordan is also there. Says some Nepali fans. I think all the best to Nepal from Khel TV and from Indian fans. Iran is going out of the World Cup race. That's the scenario. The World Cup race is very tight in Asia, you know. So let's see how this goes. I think it will be very difficult to score two goals because in ISL our players don't play against team which just sits back, defends in ISL. They get too much space. I think we should be able to score two goals against Bangladesh, ideally, but we were not able to against them in Kolkata. So let's see uh, how India do in this game. But I think we should be able to score. If we play on our own potential, we should be score more than two goals against Bangladesh. We have done that in past regularly. We should be able to do it now. क्या मैच के बाद लाइव आओगे? यस, मैच के बाद हम पोस्ट मैच करेंगे यहाँ पे। सारा रिजल्ट रेटिंग के बारे में बात करेंगे, इंडिया के क्वालिफिकेशन सिनेरियो के बारे में बात करेंगे। आप मैच खत्म होने के 10 मिनट बाद इस चैनल पे आ सकते हैं, हम आपको लाइव मिलेंगे फिर से। नेपाली फैन सेइंग ऑल द बेस्ट टू इंडिया। राइट बैक में कौन खेलेगा? मेरी प्रिडिक्शन है उदांता सिंह, बट डोंट बी सरप्राइज इफ यू सी मनवीर सिंह एंड सुरेश सिंह प्लेइंग इन द सेम. Hamza Chaudhary is coming to Bangladesh in 2022. I really hope Hamza plays for Bangladesh because considering the how Pakistani origin player, Indian origin player treated in past, I don't see England selecting the Desi South Asian player for their national team. I think it will be great boost for SAF football if Hamza picks Bangladesh, you know, and start playing for them right now. Because just before we wrap up, because kickoff is near, you have to see somebody like Manchester United academy player, two academy players, Hannibal Masbury has started playing for African country Tunisia. He can play for France also, but he picked Tunisia because he thinks that he can be star and can develop football in Tunisia. Same with another player who is Pakistani origin and Irani origin, Jidan Iqbal, Manchester United academy player. Another, he had picked Iran over Pakistan and England. You know, so these players are now considering their, you know, other secondary nations as their primary nation now. I think somebody like Michael Chopra never did it, but for India, Jai Shriman did it for Pakistan. So I think I hope, really hope Hamza Chaudhary picks Bangladesh, you know, and start playing for Bangladesh national team. And it will also increase competition in SAF football because we have, as a footballing nation, India, they need bigger competition in SAF nation from SAF nation, which we have right now. I want to see Nepal versus India, says Pramesh. I think we will see very soon in SAF. It's gonna open floodgates if we score early. Yes, if India can score first goal in the 10 minutes, let's see how Bangladesh then defend, because you know then they need to come and attack India also. They want to score goal, and that will give in somebody like Udanta Kuman, Vipin Singh a space to run behind. You know, even Manveer Singh, and then Sunil Chhetri and Brendan can pick those players very easily. Good luck on Copa America. We will be supporting you from India. Okay, it's gonna. Does you follow 420 gram? Yeah, I do follow sometime whenever I get time because I'm a bit busy with Khel Now's overall work also. Um, Okay, I think we have majority player wishing us all the best to Indian team. We are just 3 likes away from 200 likes. It will be great that if you guys can hit that like button, you know, and then you know we will of course be coming live again after the game, and you can always throw your questions after the game. We will do player ratings after the game on this channel, live streaming, taking your player rating also. So I want to see Bangladesh versus Pakistan. We have lots of South Asian fans coming up. That's great. Before we go up, I'm going to announce that you know we might have South Asian football podcast starting on this channel very soon, where you will see various personalities coming from all these South Asian countries: Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, coming on Khel Now TV talking about South Asian football. So please stay tuned for that also. I think we are just now 9 minutes away from kickoff. So so let's hope that India win this game. My score prediction is 2-0. You guys can put your score prediction in the chat section. Also, you can follow the match on our social media handles. We will going to put lots of stats लाइव स्टैट्स ऑन आर ऑन सोशल मीडिया चैनल. सो आप वो हमारे सोशल मीडिया चैनल के लिंक्स आपको मिल जाएंगे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में, तो आप वहां जा सकते हैं. क्योंकि लाइव स्टैट्स अगर आपको चाहिए, लाइव अपडेट्स चाहिए, तो हमारे सोशल मीडिया चैनल पे हैं. और आप किसी वजह से अगर मैच नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, तो आप हमारी लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग लाइव कमेंट्री फॉलो कर सकते हैं जो खेलना डॉट कॉम पे चल रही है. तो वहां पे आप जाके वो देख सकते हैं. तो आपको वहां पे वो मिल जाएगा. तो एंड उसके अलावा मैच के बाद हम आपको लाइव यहाँ मिलेंगे. तो होपफुली इंडिया, I hope India goes and win this game. So let's see. Can you say Nepalese football team, please? Pramesh, I have been not recently, I'm very honest, but I have followed Nepal football team for last in 2014 to 2019 era. I know Bimal Garti Mangar, Anil Gurang, Rohit Chand, Kiran Chamang, these kind of players, but not the recent players. I have been not following Nepali football much because we did not have SAF championship in recent time. So hopefully all the best to Nepal also, Nepalese fan and lots of passion for football. I think they deserve good national team for sure. So let's see how that goes. 2-0 says Bangladesh के लिए कह रहे हैं Afnan Gaming. So we have lots of Bangladesh fan on the chat. So all the best to you guys also. You can tune into our channel post match where we'll talking about both the teams, player ratings from both the teams if you want. We can take player rating for Bangladeshi players also. So let's see. Many players saying 3-0 to India, Afnan Gaming 2-0 to Bangladesh. So I think we can see that we have lots of Bangladeshi fan, on our on our YouTube channel right now. Thank you guys.